All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I I'll say this: when I started doing this and I said I wanted to start podcasting, I knew that it would take a level of transparency and me being open and honest to share my feelings with people so people can relate. So I will do just that. So this past week has been absolutely stressful. It has been a week of just pure kind of chaos, right? And it almost got me truly, really down. It almost got me really depressed, really overwhelmed. And it got me into a really kind of like a dark space, right? Temporarily, of course, by the help of the Lord, God did pull me out of it, but it was just a really, not a good place. And I think sometimes things can happen that trigger us to get into that place. And it was just a place of me realizing that I had planned to be in a better position than what I am in now. And a lot of times, especially I think when we get like 28, 29, 30, 27, and we get up there and when things are not going how we thought they would be, it can kind of bring you back to like a, oh my God type moment, right? So I thought to myself, I said, well, it can't be too late for things to turn around because, right, that's what your mind wants to tell you, that it's too late, you're too old, you can't do it. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. But we are going to debunk all of that today. So today's episode, I hope that it encourages you. I hope that it uplifts you. It is dedicated to people, some names we all know, but it's dedicated to people who actually found success later on in life. Some people in their 40s, some people in their 50s. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I made a point to not list any super famous people, celebrities. These people are just regular people who had resilience, who did not give up on themselves, who had hardships, who had setbacks, but they kept going. So the first one is Wally Amos.
Alice Wally Amos, aka Famous Amos, was dubbed the face that launched 1,000 chips.
So if you guys have ever had that little pack of chocolate chip cookies, they are literally the best. Famous Amos cookies. So Amos actually dropped out of high school and he was fired from show business and he started selling cookies. Well, he started making cookies as a way to relieve stress. But when he was about 49, it really took off. So Famous Amos Cookies was created. So he actually found success after he was going after another, after he was going towards another career field. He actually wanted to be in show business. He worked for Motown for a little bit and things didn't work out. So Famous Amos Cookies came about. The next one is Henry Ford.
For more than a decade, Ford worked long hours in one shop after another, forging a career as an expert machinist.
But we all know the story of Henry Ford, at least if, we got taught that in high school. But Henry Ford was the founder of Ford Motor Company at the age of 40. He actually worked a little bit under Thomas Edison, which was, amazing. And for him to be 40 years old, and then you found this way to create this entire big company. Ford, of course, just like Toyota, is literally like an empire, but he did this at 40 years old. So imagine, had he given up, it would have never came about for him. Donald Fisher. Donald Fisher is actually one of the creators of the clothing line Gap. Right? We've all been in the store for Gap. It's still popular, but it was really, really popular back in the day. But he had no experience in retail. And then when he was about 40 years old, he founded the Gap. So next up is Julia Child. So there's Julia Child actually who started off as having a catering company, and at the age of 51, she became a celebrity chef.
Julia Child presents The Chicken Sister.
So she's past 20s, past her 30s. I'm pretty sure she had to be trying to get everything that she has off of the ground that entire time, but it doesn't really take off until she turns 51 years old. Jack Ma. So if you ever shopped online at Alibaba.com, Jack Ma created that. Jack Ma actually did not know how to use the internet at all when he had this idea. So he actually had to learn English. He actually had to learn how to use the internet. And then Alibaba came about. Of course,
I failed so many times. People probably know that I'm applying jobs for so many jobs. Over 30 jobs, all rejected, not even got a chance. 24 of us were interviewed for a KFC job. 23 accepted. I was the only guy rejected.
Of course, Alibaba brings together Chinese products to the American market and other countries' markets. But he created this platform, and Jack Ma was about in his 40s when he did this. So he had continuously tried different businesses, but he found a team that would stick it out with him, and Alibaba, it was created. Next one is Takichiro Mori. So at 51, Takichiro Mori had no real estate experience, but actually ended up founding the Mori Building Company. So yet another person who stayed resilient. I'm pretty sure had plenty of setbacks, plenty of failures, but actually found success at 51 up in age. John Pemberton. So John Pemberton actually accidentally founded and created Coca-Cola. So he actually suffered from a wound, a saber wound. He became addicted to heroin, and then he tried to create a pain reliever that people would not become addicted to, and hence Coca-Cola was invented. So these are just a few people that actually found success later on in life. And I bring these people up to say that sometimes we are not where we want to be, but if we give it time and we continue to be resilient and we don't give up, who can truly know what the future holds? I will say that no matter what, whether you find the success that you're looking for, whether I find the success that I'm looking for, truly the most important thing, and I think that we always have to remember this, is our relationship with God and where we are with God. Because at the end of the day, right, no matter how successful we are, no matter how rich we become, right, we'll have to leave that all behind. We can't take that stuff with us. But while we continue to strive for our goals and we continue to strive to reach our goals, just remember, just like these people, doesn't mean that it won't happen. Maybe it just take a little bit of time, but the most important thing to remember is do not ever, ever, ever give up.